Ford.co.uk and save even more.
Exclusions and deposit restrictions apply. Combined promotions available until 30th of November 2020 at participating dealers. Free post Ford credit.
Shall we sing a Christmas tale of a snowflake in the sky? Now let's go with Lidl's Christmas puddings and mince pies. Lidl's award-winning deluxe 24-month matured Christmas pudding for $9.99 and 6 luxury mince pies for $1.49. Lidl. Become Christmas, you can believe it. Subject to availability, selected stores, excludes NI.
Whether you fancy owning a swimming pool big enough to have its own yacht, or just a yacht big enough to have its own swimming pool, what you need is Dream Come True money. Luckily, tonight's Euro Millions Super Jackpot is £110 million. Now that's Dream Come True money. Euro Millions from the National Lottery. Play online or on the app. Estimated jackpot, account terms, rules and procedures apply. Players must be 16 or over.
At the Halifax, we know that catching up and checking in on each other has never been more important. So this year, when our customers couldn't come into a Halifax branch, we picked up the phone and gave them a call. We've made over 250,000 wellbeing calls so far, and we'll keep checking in on our customers throughout the winter months, just to see if they're doing okay. Halifax, it's a people thing.
This is the sound of business owners bossing their day with Sage. Fish delivery, bossed. Invoices, sorted.
Clients workout boss. Expenses smashed.
Take control of business with new financial tools from Sage. Boss it. Get 6 months free then from £12 at sage.com. Terms and conditions apply.
Leading Britain's conversation. LBC with James O'Brien.
90 minutes after 11 is the time. Deference. We've forgotten about deference again, haven't we? The old forelock tugging, which is another reason why workplace bullying goes unchallenged, because some people are raised in a way that makes them think that the likes of Priti Patel, Jacob Rees-Mogg, or Boris Johnson are somehow their betters. And that is, as you know, if you've listened to the programme, that's my biggest penny drop moment of the last 5 years, is that people really do know their place, or think that their place is somehow several rungs lower than senior politicians, particularly on the right of British politics, and that is the most dispiriting thing. You know, the idea that, well, if a boss is shouting at an employee, it must be the employee's fault. That's so forelocked up. You might as well be sending kids up, Jim. If a boss is brutalising an employee, it can't possibly be because the boss is useless, or the boss is a bully, or the boss is a coward, or the boss hasn't got the skills that are needed for this leadership role. I know my place. I never question my superiors. Therefore, if they scream and shout at me, I must deserve it. And the echoes of more serious abuse as well. You know, when you speak to people who've been in coercive or abusive relationships, one of the great tactics of the gaslighter, the abusive gaslighter, is to persuade their victim that they somehow deserve the abuse, or that you made me do it, it's your fault. And that's the most ugly and dangerous manifestation of forelock tugging. So here is an example of workplace bullying. Well, I'm sure they deserved it. Man alive, that's sick, isn't it? Yeah, okay, here's an example of a child being bullied. Oh, I'm sure they deserved it. Ooh, okay, here's an example of a child being abused. Oh, I'm sure they deserve it. You see how wrong it is now when you take it to its logical extreme? But there will be people defending bullying today. And I would once have been one of them. I'm not ashamed of that. I'm proud of the fact that I've seen the light, and that I can describe the journey so clearly and so completely to you. But that's how it happened. You get brutalised at school, in my case not by my schoolmates, not by my own. I can go to scraps and bigger boys and stuff like that, but I never felt bullied in that sense. I felt, looking back, brutalised by grown-ups, and I spent years convincing myself not only that it hadn't done me any harm, but it had actually done me good. I never would have survived on Fleet Street if I hadn't been beaten up by teachers at prep school. That might actually be true, but it's not a good thing. And that's how you end up today, people queuing up to defend bullies. Not just because of blind political loyalty, but because of deep psychological traumas. 03456060973. And the people doing it, they will see themselves as being evidence of the good, possible good results of bullying. Look at me, I'm fine, I'm a big success. And this is, I'm fully qualified on this. You can't pick a hole in what I'm saying because I'm describing myself. I'm describing who I used to be. I thought you needed to be like this. I thought I was. I thought this was my skin. It was just armour. And a huge number of people are clunking around the place in whopping great suits of armour without realising that that's not the real them. And they become bullies. And they become defenders of bullies. And they become facilitators of bullies. And then they become Prime Minister. Rob's in Sheffield. Rob, what would you like to say?
I'd like to say that you just described me perfectly.
You're not Prime Minister, are you?
No, not yet. Maybe I need to bully some more.
Yeah.
Prime Minister, no. When I was in school, I went to a private all-boys school, and it was brutal. And to the point, at about age 16, I found myself standing next to a railway track, deciding whether I should actually just lie down on it. Thankfully, no train came, and it was difficult for me. But that's the point at which I became a bully. I thought, this is the power that I need. I need to have power. I need to have influence, and that's how I got through the next 6 years of my life. Until I got diagnosed with autism about age 22. And I saw that people bullied me because of how I was different.
Yes.
And I bullied to make myself feel normal.
And to take the heat off yourself, probably.
Yeah.
I mean, the idea that if I can get a pile on him, then that minimises or reduces the chance of me being the victim of another pile on tomorrow.
Yeah. And I changed my ways. I saw that I was different and it was okay to be different. And all of the bad stuff that's happened in the past to me was because people identified that I was different and I was an easy target. And then I made a target of myself by being a bully.
Why did the diagnosis give you this insight, do you think?
Because I didn't understand who I was.
Okay. Yes.
I was constantly searching. Other people knew who I was, and they were making hay while the sun shined. They saw that I was different and I was an easy target, but I couldn't see that of myself. But I think it's this power thing. Some people go into politics because they desire a level of power. Politics is power. And there are two types of politicians: those who want to change the world, and those who want power over the world. And when I look at Priti Patel, when I look at Dominic Raab, when I look at Boris Johnson, I see bullies. Because it didn't go into...
Young man, or good afternoon. Hi.